This wasn't just a new haircut. This was a switch being flipped. A ghost from the past, walking back into the arena with one purpose buried in its cold, dead eyes. In 2017, Randy Orton reached into his own dark history, pulled out the most terrifying version of himself, and for a few fleeting months, Joey was reminded why they used to be afraid of him. Before we continue, quick question for you. When you saw that shaved head, that goatee, that look in his eye, did you feel a genuine chill? Or did it feel like a temporary costume? Let me know in the comments right now, were you all in on the Legend Killer's return? Or did you see it as just another chapter? Today we're going deep into one of the most fascinating, yet ultimately unresolved, stories in modern WWE. The time Randy Orton brought back the Legend Killer persona. We're not just talking about the look, we're talking about the promise, the atmosphere, the sheer potential of it. We're going to break down why it happened, the incredible moments it created, the one massive story it was built for, and the reason why, despite being so undeniably fire, it quietly faded away. This is about legacy, nostalgia, and the sometimes painful gap between fan expectation and long-term storytelling. To understand why 2017 hit so different, we have to rewind. We have to go back to the early 2000s. A young, Viper-smooth Randy Orton, not yet the Viper, but the Legend Killer. This wasn't just a nickname. It was a mission statement. His entire character was built on a foundation of disrespect. He didn't just want to win, he wanted to erase history. He wanted to take the icons, the Shawn Michaels, the Mick Foleys, the Undertakers, and end them, both physically and symbolically. It was arrogant, it was vicious, and it was electrifying. He was the cold, corporate-made prodigy who saw wrestling's past as nothing but stepping stones. Fast forward over a decade, Randy evolves. He becomes the Viper, the apex predator, a multi-time world champion, a master of the slow burn, the RKO out of nowhere. He's a legend in his own right. But with that status, something inevitable happens. He becomes part of the establishment. The edge of the Legend Killer, that specific hungry menace, gets softened by time and accomplishment. Then 2017 rolls around. Randy is the WWE champion. He's in a deeply personal feud with Bray Wyatt, a feud that got spiritual and dark and weird. Randy burned down Bray's compound, Sister Abigail's home, and then, at WrestleMania 33, he defeats Bray to win the WWE Championship. He's on top, but the story isn't over. This is where the shift happens. After WrestleMania, the feud with Bray continues, but the focus starts to turn. Orton, as champion, starts talking about housekeeping. And the first name on his list? The man who inducted him into the legacy, but who he had a complicated history with, the Great Khali. This was a direct callback. Then he sets his sights on someone even bigger. Jinder Mahal, his new #1 contender, interrupts him. And what does Randy do? He doesn't just attack Jinder. He methodically destroys Jinder's allies, the Singh brothers, with a viciousness we hadn't seen in years. The RKO on the announce table, brutal. And then on SmackDown it becomes visual. Randy walks out. No more flowing hair. It's all gone. Shaved head. The sharp goatee. The black trunks replaced by the simpler, darker gear. The cold, dead-eyed stare is back. It's not just a reference. It's a full-blown resurrection. The internet erupts. This isn't just Randy Orton with a haircut. The Legend Killer is back. And the timing felt perfect. Because who was waiting in the wings? Who was the ultimate legend, the final boss, that this returning persona seemed destined for? John Cena. At the time, Cena was deep into his free agent status, crossing between brands, chasing Ric Flair's 16 world title record. Randy Orton, the reborn Legend Killer, as WWE champion facing John Cena, the ultimate modern-day legend for the title. It wrote itself. The promos wrote themselves. The story was right there. For weeks, fans speculated, dreamed, and fantasy-booked this epic collision. But then, it didn't happen. Instead, Randy lost the WWE Championship to Jinder Mahal. The Jinder Mahal experiment began, and Randy was slotted into that feud. The Legend Killer look was still there. The attitude was still there. But the target had changed. Instead of Cena or another all-time great, he was feuding with Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers. The promise of the persona hunting the biggest legends was put on hold. The aesthetic remained, but the core mission seemed to drift. This matters because it's a masterclass in the power and the peril of nostalgia. WWE, whether intentionally or not, tapped into a deep, deep well of fan memory. They didn't just give Randy a new shirt. They gave him back his old soul. And the fans responded with pure electricity. It showed that these archetypes, these iconic versions of a character, never really die. They live in the audience's memory, waiting for a trigger. But it also highlights a recurring challenge in long-term wrestling storytelling: the follow-through. The look was the easy part. It generated instant buzz, instant nostalgia, instant holy cow moments on social media. But sustaining that character requires a specific kind of opponent: the legend. Killer needs legends to kill. Without that, he's just a guy with a mean look. By pivoting to Jinder Mahal, a new ascending star, not a cemented legend, the storyline momentum of the gimmick hit a wall. The persona became a coat of paint on a standard title feud, rather than the driving engine of a career-defining narrative. Think about the emotional whiplash for a fan. 1 week, you're seeing this chilling version of your childhood villain return, your mind racing with possibilities. You're imagining the confrontation with Cena, the sly, disrespectful promos, the potential for a match where the stakes are about legacy itself. It felt like WWE was about to tell a mature, legacy-focused story for two of its biggest stars ever, and then it just dissipates. The look stays, but the soul of the angle changes. It's like hearing the first few notes of your favorite song, only for the band to switch to a different tune. The frustration wasn't that the Jinder feud was bad in a vacuum. It was that it felt like a detour from the epic we were all suddenly, passionately ready for. It left a feeling of what could have been that is often more powerful and more memorable than any actual finished story. So could the legend killer ever return? Absolutely. The 2017 experiment proved the fuse is still live. Randy Orton is now a veteran in a locker room, full of living legends and mythic figures. A returning Brock Lesnar, a final showdown with a Roman Reigns, even a younger star he could frame as killing the legend of someone else. The blueprint is there, but the lesson from 2017 is clear. If you bring it back, you must commit to the story it demands. It can't just be for a cool entrance at a pay-per-view. It has to be a sustained, targeted campaign. It has to have a list. It has to have a clear final destination. The audience's memory is now tied to the unfinished business of 2017. To do it again would require not just replicating the look, but fulfilling the original unmet promise. In the end, the 2017 return of the Legend Killer stands as one of the most potent moments in recent WWE history. It was a lightning bolt of nostalgia that reminded everyone of Randy Orton's unique, chilling potential. It was, as we said, absolutely fire, but it was also a flickering flame, incredibly bright, hot and captivating while it burned, but ultimately smothered by a different creative direction. It wasn't a failure. It was a tantalizing, heartbreaking preview, a reminder that in wrestling, the most powerful stories aren't always the ones they finish. Sometimes, they're the ones they make you dream about. If you remember that 2017 era as vividly as I do, let me know in the comments what was the one dream match you wanted to see from the Legend Killer in that run. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into wrestling's what-ifs, hitting that like button really helps the channel. Subscribe and hit the bell if you want more storytelling like this. Finally, I'll leave you with this. In your opinion, is the Legend Killer persona permanently in the past? Or is it still the most dangerous weapon in Randy Orton's arsenal? Let's talk about it below. Thanks for watching.